Hello, and welcome to Story for You. This is a place where we share true stories that will surprise, shock, and maybe even teach you something about life. Today, I want to tell you about a story that starts with love, trust, and a promise of marriage, but ends in betrayal and a dark secret. It is the story of a man, a suitcase, and two young women whose lives were changed forever. Stay with me as we take this journey step by step. By the end, you might see how dangerous it can be to trust the wrong person. Let's start in Tehran, the capital of Iran. Two sisters, young, full of dreams and studying abroad, are getting ready to return to their university in Italy. The older sister, who we'll call Sarah, is studying film direction. She loves to share photos of her life in Italy on Instagram, the beautiful streets, her school, and even the food. She is creative, hardworking, and full of life. Her younger sister is studying medicine. Together, they are building a bright future far from home. They are happy to visit their family in Tehran, but excited to return to Italy after their vacation. But as they pack their suitcases for the trip back, they have no idea that danger is waiting for them. Months earlier, Sarah had received a message on Instagram from a man named Sharaz. He was young, handsome, and seemed very successful. He said he worked as a sailor on a ship and imported luxury goods to Iran. Sharaz wasn't like anyone Sarah had met before. He drove a Porsche, wore expensive clothes, and seemed very kind. When they met in person, he treated her like a queen. He told her, "You are the woman of my dreams. I want to marry you." Sarah felt special. She believed Sharaz was the perfect man. He even bought plane tickets for Sarah and her sister to return to Italy, saying, "You are my future wife. I want to take care of you." But what Sarah didn't know was that Sharaz was hiding a big secret. The day Sarah and her sister were leaving for Italy, Sharaz met them at the airport. He had a small suitcase with him. He smiled and said, "This is a gift for my friend in Italy. It has some Iranian food, like bread and beans. Can you take it with you and give it to him?" Sarah thought, "Why not? Sharaz is my fiancé. I trust him." She took the suitcase and added it to her luggage. Everything seemed fine, but when they reached the airport security checkpoint, everything changed. At Imam Khomeini Airport, the security officer scanned Sarah's luggage. Suddenly, one officer stopped her. He said, "We need to check this bag." Sarah didn't understand what was wrong. She watched as the officers opened the suitcase and looked inside. Then they found something shocking: a large amount of a drug called shisha, or crystal meth. It was hidden carefully inside the suitcase. Sarah and her sister were arrested on the spot. They cried and told the police, "This isn't ours. We didn't put it there." But the police didn't believe them at first. The police began investigating. They asked Sarah many questions. She explained everything: how Sharaz had asked her to carry the suitcase, how he said it was a gift for a friend. At first, the police didn't know who Sharaz was, but they worked hard to find him. After weeks of searching, they finally arrested him. When the police questioned Sharaz, he pretended to be innocent. He said, "I don't know anything about drugs." But eventually, he admitted the truth. Sharaz was not a sailor. He didn't own a Porsche or expensive clothes. They were all rented. He wasn't a kind, successful man. He was a drug dealer, In his basement, he had a secret lab where he made drugs. He worked with a group of smugglers to send drugs to Europe. His plan was simple: find young women, promise them love, and trick them into carrying drugs for him. Sarah wasn't his only victim. He admitted to using this trick on several other women. But he was caught before his next plan could succeed. Sarah and her sister were eventually released. The police realized they were innocent victims, tricked by Charles. But their lives were never the same. As for Charles, he is now facing the consequences of his actions. This story teaches us an important lesson. Sometimes, people are not what they seem. Trust is precious, and we should be careful about who we give it to. What do you think about this story? Have you ever trusted someone who wasn't honest? Or do you have a story about someone who tricked you or someone you know? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Your support helps us bring more stories like this to you. Thank you for listening to Story For You. Join us next time for another incredible tale of real life. Until then, stay safe, stay curious, and remember, sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction.